I have learned so much with what will work on canvas. So please join me in this video to learn what kind of inks, colors, crayons, pencils, you name it, will work best on your Decorate It Yourself canvas bags. I've done all the guesswork for you. We're just going to sit back and let me show you. Hey, howdy, hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining us today. Today we are going to be discussing what things will work on the Decorate It Yourself canvas bags. I have just released a number of bags. Some are already hand painted. And then other bags have a little design on there where you can decorate it yourself. I just put well, I'll show you. So now you get an idea of what Decorate It Yourself bags is all about. So as you can see on this canvas bag, I have already done some circles with various types of paints and medium. I did this because I needed it to be dry by the time we started decorating. So just to let you know, these here, they're a little bit raised. I had a little boo-boo there. I stuck my finger in it. These are the Puffy Paints. They come in tubes like this, and you just take off the cap, and they have a little nozzle, and then you just decorate that way. I find these very easy. So they have them in the Puffy Paint. They have them with just your normal slick acrylic paints. And then there's a sparkle. Here's the sparkles. They also have glitter and matte. So I do like these the best, I believe. I guess I like these the best. I don't know. I'm partial because I also like just your normal acrylic paint. This is just your plain old black acrylic paint in a little tube. And then you can get these right here. They're still a little raised. You can feel some texture, but they're not quite as raised or as glossy as the Puffy Paint. And then last but not least, we have your Sharpie oil paint pens. And you can shake these up and then use them. And these are really flat. These two discs right here are, they're really flat. They're kind of matte looking. There's absolutely no shine to them at all. I like these okay, but I have to say, as far as longevity, I don't dig these because when you do a lot of work on the canvas bags on these, the tips will fray and they'll get really stringy. It's like it breaks down because of the roughness of the canvas. So that is my one complaint with the Sharpie. If you're looking to do just little detailed things that you need a lot of control with, this is the way to go. But otherwise, I dig doing outline stuff with the two paints, either the paint in the bottle or the Puffy Paints. Let's get started, shall we? I'm so excited. I already started right here. I always put a board in my bag so that if anything bleeds through, nothing's bleeding through. And to be very honest, I've never had anything bleed through on these canvas bags. But, you know, if you just want to be better safe than sorry, I would tell you to put either a piece of paper in there or a cardboard, just a cardboard sheet in there to protect the bottom layers or the back, if you care about that. Okay, the first medium up is colored pencils, and you can see I have already started there. We will make this a little bigger so you can see it. Okay, I've sharpened some colored pencils and I'm ready to go to town. I got a little excited and I already put a green in. As you can tell, the colored pencils do really well. As a matter of fact, I've already had a client decorate her bag with colored pencils. So let me take a moment and show you those while I'm doing this. So as you can tell, the colored pencils are doing really well. So the colored pencils are definitely a win. Looks good. Okay, now we will do, let's do some markers. So the markers, they're coming in really kind of rich looking. I thought they might bleed. I'm gonna try and get them to, oh look, they blend really nice too. These are the markers that I got from the dollar store. I think for a pack of, oh my gosh, I forgot how many, but they're like a really large pack, maybe 20 markers for just $3. These are $5, I was wrong, but they are and there's 20 of them. And they, like I said, they're dual tip. They're the brush tips and the lettering fine tip markers. So I thought this was a great deal, and the more I use them, the more I think they're a great deal. So definitely go out and get some of those. Yeah, man, I'm happy with the markers. And I thought they would cause a little bit of bleeding, but they really don't bleed at all. So yay. I may have to do more art on using these. That's a really great blue. For the win. Let's get a good close-up of that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I love that. Markers. Right on. So these are a group of pens that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're Master Touch pens. This is the metallic set. I'm going to be working with the metallic and the glitter pens. So if you have any gel pens that you want to work with, this is what this is, gel pens. So we are going to see how those work. And let me get a dot. We'll go for a big dot here. We'll do a little Zen doodle business in here. So let's see how this works. Yep, working good. These are super fine line pens. So I probably should have gone with a smaller circle for less coverage. So that's with the purple metallic pen. I love these pens. I can recommend this. I've found these pens at Hobby Lobby on sale, and I like that they're super fine, and the flow of the ink is really good. So that's the Master's Touch gel pens. I know my Hobby Lobby's got them on sale. I don't know if they're on all Hobby Lobbies for sale, but never gonna pass up a good sale. Okay, so we did that with the metallic. These are the glitter pens. Ooh, pretty. That's pretty. Oh, those glitter pens. Heck to the yeah, man. Let's see if I can get that up there. Can you see how that sparkles? So this was the metallic side, and this is the glitter side. Can you see that? Those glitter pens are the bomb. Yeah, and the coverage on the canvas is pretty good too. So I would say that's a good thing. So maybe some of you remember from the one of the last videos I did, my dollar store haul, but I found these Sarasa fine liner pens. I love them. I thought they were great. They were my first picks of out of that whole Dollar Tree haul that I thought were great. So I wanted to go ahead and try and use those here. Okay. Well, I don't dig these. These are not good coverage. And it's super dark. It's not really filling in. See, this stuff really filled in the crevices. This is not doing that. So I'm going to say pass on working on these. It just doesn't cover all the way. Yeah, I don't like that. Yep, not good. Can you see how it's kind of, it just doesn't fill in very well. Not as good as the gel pens did. All right, well, live and learn. Okay, next up, let's try out the Sharpies. Keeping in the theme of pens, these are fine line Sharpies. And I am going to suspect that they will do good. But yeah, these are doing much better than the last pens. Now, when you're working on these bags, you might want to think about washing with whatever you use on these bags. The acrylic paints that I use, I tell people to spot wash or hand wash, just because the washing machine, the detergents we use are so destructive, and they will break down and fade any kind of ink or paint that you might have on your bag. So if you've bought something from me that's hand painted, then I would tell you to either spot wash or hand wash, not to throw them in your washing machine. You do what you want to do. Just think about that too when you're choosing stuff to decorate with. So yeah, I'm digging the Sharpie markers. And Sharpie markers should be permanent. What you're doing is you're staining the material. Nice. Show you that. The markers are doing really well. Here's another bargain find, ultra fine point markers. I am fairly certain that I got these at Walmart. However, I might have gotten them at the dollar store. Yeah, these are doing really well too. Well, I kind of wish that orange marker was the color of the outside orange. It's not really that kind of vibrant tangerine, but for cheap markers, those do really well. So these were the ultra fine point marker. Next up is our crayons. And these, to be fair, are pastels. All my other crayons are packed. This is the only ones I have. So these are going to be kind of light, but let's see how crayons do. Interesting. Very textury. Of course, they're not going to, they leave like a kind of a granular, not a the texture of the canvas is causing a little pattern here. They don't really blend too well. I didn't really expect them to, but there is what the crayons look like. You can see the texture of the canvas in there. It doesn't really saturate too much, but crayons do work. Okay, so next on the try list are these Distress Spray stains from Delusions, I believe. Oh, Tim Holtz. I wanted to see what these distress sprays do. I have used these before on mixed media paper. You know, I don't dig these because these nozzles get clogged and messy, and they don't really spray so much as they just put dots everywhere. I wanted to try it out. Yeah, see? That's not a spray. That's a freaking stream. Weird. Yeah, I don't dig these. I don't dig these, period. And you know, his stuff really, it kind of, oh, now see, there's a spray. I like the sprays. You can blot it up to make it a little bit lighter. Yep, yellow works. Awesome. Again, but see how it puts droplets. You know, if you're going to spray, spray, but don't do the whole stream or droplet thing. Let me try this red one again and see if it wants to play. Nope, see, damn it. And you just messed up my flower. Ugh. Yeah, So that's why I don't dig his product so much, especially when it comes to this distress spray crap. I just, if I'm doing, I'll use these for my cards, like whenever I'm doing priced cards, but I don't use them for art because you can't count on it, what it's going to do, and that annoys the crap out of me. Yeah. All right, moving forward. I've hit everybody's want list that came up on the Facebook about what to try on here. So let me look into my bag of tricks and see what other weird things I can come up with. I'll be right back. Okay, here's a cool find. Blendables. Have you guys ever heard of blendables? You can find these, I guess, in the children's section. It's not a fine art kind of thing. I do use them every once in a while because I love this little gizmo. It allows you to kind of do an airbrush kind of thing. You stick the pen in here and then you're going to blow through this end, and it causes a little kind of airbrush effect, if you will. So here we go. See? Take that, Tim Holtz. That's what you want. You want all the time. You can count on it every time to come out and be airbrushy look. Now, I will tell you, working with blendables will make you high as a kite. Just because of all that, the blowing business will make you a little airheaded. See how that works? I do love blendables. Yeah, I love these. I love these. I know they're meant for kids, but they're brilliant. But if you take them and you put them in their little, this is a little blending container. You put them in here and you see how can you see how the marker tips kind of meet there? So if you push in and you turn, they actually start to bleed into one another and it creates yet another color. But blendables, I love them. Super fun if you're looking for something fun. This was a gift to me. I have no idea how much it was. And I believe they ordered them off of Amazon. My mom sent them to me. I love these. And I use them quite a bit because they're so much fun. And you get this great airbrush kind of look. My camera. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe these are water reactive, though. That was a good thing to look into. Hold on one moment. So yes, I do believe this was water reactive. Yeah. Okay, so if you do use blendables on your canvas bags, just know that probably is not a good idea, because if you get stuck in a rainstorm or something, it will come off just like a watercolor. I'm not even going to do watercolor paints. I was thinking about it, but I decided not to, just because if you get it in water, like out in the rain, or you want to try and spot wash them, that's going to lift and come off. So sorry. I got you all excited about blendables. Let me think about that, because that is one of the good points about the Tim Holtz, is that it is not water reactive. It's very permanent. It's a stain kind of thing. Yeah, maybe we just steer clear of that stuff. Sorry, it is a learning video. Here we go. All right, let me go dig up some new things to go try. I'll be right back. Well, here's something I've always wanted to try. Stamps. Stamps on canvas. And I just grabbed this happy birthday stamp I just had laying on my desk because everything else is packed. Putting a little bit of ink on it, and we will see how this works. Let's see. The stamp worked pretty good. That's not the stamp's fault. That was operator error. It fell right on that. But yeah, so if you are feeling the pressure to draw on here, you can just grab your favorite stamps and go ahead and stamp away on there, because that will work too. So yay. Just learned another new thing. The Sergeant Tempura Paint Sticks and the Art Crayons. Crayons. I don't know why I can't say that. Anyways, I think I'm going to be on the fence about this just because I think that I'm not going to dig it because it will come off. Like if you are taking this bag and if it's rubbing up against you, I don't want to use these things because I don't want them to come off on your clothing. Although, isn't that interesting? That is interesting. You can really push that down in there and look, it's not coming off on me. Wow, I'm digging how that gets down in there though. And it's not coming off on my hands. Like it won't, it's adhering to the canvas and not my skin. Bravo. The only thing about these is you cannot get right up on that, like you can't get down in the crevice up against that black line. Okay, let's go to the tempera sticks. I don't super dig, and I'll use these if I'm making tags for my wares, or if I'm coloring gift boxes, I will use these. Can we see that? Yes, we can. These kind of have a little metallic-y. Ooh, it's so much more moister than the crayons. Interesting. Interesting. Now, it is sticky on my hands, but the color's not lifting up on my finger. So I don't know what that means. Really? Ooh, wow. Look at that neon color. What do we get? Ooh, wow. Check that out. Again, you're not going to get this in real close. Like there's no controlling it, getting it up on that, up against that black line, because I can see how it's kind of rubbing on the outside of it. That sure is interesting. It is coming up a little bit on my hand. Let me get a cloth. Okay, I'm back, and now we're going to give this the cloth test, because I really don't want you guys decorating it with something and then, you know, ruining a shirt or something if you had something brushing up against it. Yeah. I mean, that's barely anything. Wow. That's cool. Okay, that is. I mean, I am really bearing down on it. Let's do something light. Yeah, that kind of lifts a little bit. But man, these tempera paint sticks do not budge. What is this? Non-toxic, vibrant color, quick drying. Total win, bro. That's why we do these videos. And look, they even have, I don't know if you can pick that up, but there's a metallic stick in there. Can you see that? Cool beans. All right, well, something new to use. So here I am using just a really thick Sharpie. The one thing I will tell you about this working on the canvas with the Sharpie pen is it will tear up the nib, and then it'll start getting these weird little frayed hairs that you'll have to put up with. And for the long term, I really don't dig that. I don't like that. But, you know, if it's all you got in your house, then by God, go and use it. All right, so here's a Hobby Lobby find, Pastel Pencils. I don't typically like using these because they're so messy. They will get everywhere. These are good when I use these when I want to blend, when I use a mixed media paper, because they're so chalky, they'll blend really well. If any of you have seen my mermaid picture, I'll post it right now. I used the pastel pencils on that just because I like how they blend the chalkiness. These are very kind of chalky feeling. They're not oil pastels. I am curious how much is going to lift off of this canvas. So it's not really coming up on my finger. It is coming up on this a little bit, but for as hard as I'm bearing down, not a lot. Let me see what water does. I'll wait till it dries and see. It is coming up a little bit when it gets wet. But yeah, let me let that dry and see how that works. I'll be right back. I pretty much have used everything that I have in my bag of tricks. Maybe some stuff you will never see in your lifetime, but I just wanted to try it all out and see what worked and what didn't work. The last thing on the list is just your run-of-the-mill Uniball ballpoint pen. So if you have nothing in your arsenal, you will probably have a ballpoint pen. And I just wanted to show you that you can totally use a ballpoint pen to decorate your canvas bags. You know, I've taught you guys enough Zendoodly techniques that you can always use them on your bag. You can do little backgrounds. You can add detail to the pictures that I've already put on there. I don't know why I'm into peace signs. Just always I'm thinking about Kimberly Herndon. But when you decorate your bags, don't always be thinking about color. You know, think about lines or dots or little zendoodles. It doesn't always have to be about color. Just a little recap. I think the best things were the colored pencils, which those are all readily available. The gel pens did remarkably well. I was really thrilled with how those came out. The markers, I really love the markers, and I thought they were going to bleed so much more, but that is a really rich, I mean, if you look at this tapestry, you know, the markers really stood out. But if all you have is a ballpoint pen, make the ballpoint pen work for you. And if you guys use something else, totally, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear and share it with others. So that's that. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing what you create. Peace, love, and rocks, guys. Be safe out there. Bye.